expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Bledsoe is out there with the great one, and it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And for the Pistons, they've got Favors. Victor Oladipo is out there with Griffin, and it's Gaines in at the 3, the small forward. These guys have known each other, Clark, for a long time. There should be very few surprises tonight.
I agree with you, Kevin. 2 veteran teams here, and that means that execution becomes the driving force in success.
Oladipo outside. Good D by Drummond. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. You credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
And to Kumbo. No good. And Detroit the other way now. The wide open look here for Oladipo. A 3-pointer off the mark.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
The great one passes to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Started by Bledsoe. On the wing. Off the left rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's the great one. Count that one.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Middleton outside. Here's the great one. Oladipo with the block. Guarded by Bledsoe. The pass to Gaines. Outside Favors. Pistons passing it around. Oladipo, good.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now Bledsoe. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Giannis missing.
Well, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Drops in the tray.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
Pass to the great one. Giannis with it. They get it again. Here's Drummond. It's deflected. First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Griffin kicks it to Gaines. Back to Griffin. Lays it up off the glass.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Bucks trail by 4. Middleton outside. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Oladipo outside. Here's Favors. The kick out to Oladipo. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Boy, this is the kind of player Victor Oladipo Oladipo is. Confident, under control, ready to fire on the catch.
Middleton outside. Bledsoe outside. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Antetokounmpo.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Griffin. Left side favors. Oladipo outside. The 17-footer. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's the great one. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The great one's got 7 points. The Pistons have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And here's Griffin. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Giannis outside. The pass to the great one. To the middle, Griffin with the steal. On the clock, and so Milwaukee again turning it over. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Alex Lenz checked in for Andre Drummond, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. Oladipo draws the double. 4 on the clock. Here's Weaver. It's tipped. Here's the great one. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Kicks it to Middleton. Pass to Giannis. Back to Middleton. And the rejection by Favors. Gaines. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And to Antetokounmpo. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough.
Here is Favors. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Griffin kicks to Oladipo. Good as the jump shot falls. Oladipo's got 11 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Griffin is out there with Favors. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Gaines in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Pelicans got the job done. He scored 53 points, and his percentage was impressive, making a number of his free throws and field goal attempts. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night is different. They may try to double him. They might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
To the inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. The Great One's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Griffin. Griffin, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Bledsoe for 3, and it's Griffin with the rebound. And, well, Detroit shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. The Pistons working the ball around now. And stolen by Drummond. The Great One passes to Wilson. To the left wing. And Drummond kicks to Middleton. Outside for Bledsoe. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead double digits. Oladipo draws the double. Griffin passes to Oladipo. No good from outside.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Here's Middleton. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. The Great One passes to Middleton. Here's the Great One. Back to Wilson. That one, no good. Nice D from Griffin. Here's Gaines. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Gaines has got 5 points so far.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys, if for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bucks. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out Detroit, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Pistons, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Dishes it to Gaines. Passes it to Favors. Oladipo outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't let any shots go in. There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Oladipo, the pass to Griffin. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists tonight. And there's the pass to the Great One. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Derek Favors.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Favors has got his first points in this one.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Bledsoe kicks to Drummond. And Bledsoe, here we go.
You got to try to keep Bledsoe out of the lane. You can't let him get in there. As soon as that happens, you're in trouble, big trouble.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Bledsoe. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, and he makes both free throws. Pistons trail by 6. Outside Favors. Oladipo outside. From outside, off the mark.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Bucks #1.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
The Bucks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Both free throws good from the great one.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Up top Favors. Now here's Oladipo. Guarded closely. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. How do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Drills it from outside. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
And, you know, really, Bledsoe has to keep hitting it from deep. When he does, I think that really opens up the floor for him and his team.
And the foul called on the great one. That's his first foul. The Pistons making a change here. Weaver's checked in. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 16 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Okay, changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things. Incidents on the floor or off the floor.
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Pistons trailed by 14. And Oladipo kicks to Griffin. Favors passes to Weaver. Shot to stop the run. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Favors passes to Griffin.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And the first one goes. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from 4rebbu스트3.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Bucks lead by 10. Live from Little Caesars Arena. You're watching. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Great one out there at Bledsoe. And it's Drummond in at the 5. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that game against the Spurs, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Pistons trail by 12. Pass to Griffin. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Bledsoe passes to the Great One. From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. The Great One's got 5 points now this quarter. The Pistons shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Oladipo outside. No good there. Good D by Drummond. Bucks leading by 12. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Griffin sends it back. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Down low, Oladipo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, that's some hard work being done inside by Oladipo, earning a trip to the line with his physicality in the paint.
Oladipo hits them both. Now here's Giannis. He's got 13. Pass to the Great One. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Guarded by Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off the shot.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Out to the wing. Giannis left side. He's off from 17 feet.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teamates have picked slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Bucks leading by 10. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's Favors. Feeds it to Griffin. Tries yet again. He lays it in. Griffin's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And Antetokounmpo really, building on his shooting. That's impressive to see. No way the defense catches up to him when he's rising up right after he gets the pass. No way.
Back to Favors. It's Oladipo on the wing. Back to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
Really good there at reading the defense. Give Oladipo a passing lane in the pick and roll, and he'll take it and make you pay.
Here's the great one. Great D that time from Favors.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. We've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. Well, you look at the great one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, I don't care what their position is, guys. I mean, they deserve a bunch of credit for those numbers. Each one of them is just so clutch at the foul line.
Pistons trail by 7. Passes to Favors. He feeds it to Griffin. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
That giant wingspan, Antetokounmpo, man, wreaking havoc on opposing players and really mucking up passing lanes too, man. He can be everywhere with that ferocious motor and those long arms.
Guarded by Bledsoe. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him. And even they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Here's the great one, and he jams it with authority. Pistons trail by 9. Guarded by Bledsoe. And the pass to Griffin. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Here's the great one. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Bledsoe left side. Great D that time from Favors. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Guarded by Bledsoe. Knocked loose. Now the Bucks moving it up. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Pistons have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Favors looking over the floor. Pass to Griffin. Over Giannis. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
To the right side. Here's Gaines. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bucks working the ball around. Oladipo against Bledsoe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Antetokounmpo. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's been putting up 35 points per, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half.
To Jerebko. He kicks it to Doumbouya. Passes it to Wanamaker. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Jerebko. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
No good from the great one. Pistons trailed by 14. And the foul called on the great one. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Derrickson. Hits it from 3-point range. Derrickson's got 11 points.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play. And boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
To the middle. Here's the great one. Detroit with the rebound. And the foul called on the great one. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Pistons shooting a troubling 38% in the 3rd. Not the finest work of this offense. Wanamaker the pass to Jerebko. We've got 1:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. Doumbouya good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And the Pistons with possession. Big run right now going for him, 11-2.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's the pass to Jerebko. Here's Wanamaker. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Jerebko.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The great one. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. And, well, Detroit shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Derek checked in for Detroit. The Bucks also with the sub. Andre Drummond's checked in for DJ Wilson.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Holmes with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Jumboya. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Wanamaker. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Wanamaker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Pass to the great one. Here's Drummond. Off target with that shot. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Favors is out there with Doumbouya. And it's Weaver in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. Pass to the great one. Len dishes to Drummond. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. And the Bucks lead by 5.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebound.
Here's Wanamaker. A baseline J. That shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The shot's good from the great one.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Weaver the pass to Favors. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Wanamaker. Another 3 for Detroit.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. He looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Now the pass to the great one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. That first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Hudson comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Oladipo draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Milwaukee with the ball. Bucks leading by 7. Here's the great one. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Gaines. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Middleton.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Gaines. Griffin with it. Guarded by Bledsoe. Goes back up. That shot off the mark. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's the great one. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now it's an 11-point Bucks lead. The Pistons have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Outside Favors. He dishes it to Oladipo. Len grabs the board. Land's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Tries from 7. Here's Middleton, and the shot goes in. Middleton's got his first points of the night.
Boy, I like the finesse and the focus that Middleton plays with. I mean, that's part of what allows him to finish off these tough hoops.
Here's Oladipo. Another miss by Oladipo.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Guarded by Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Favors. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Pistons trail by 17. From the arc. Detroit, no good that time either.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Outside Griffin. A shot off that time. Great D that time for Middleton. Here's the great one. No good with the triple. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 19-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 19-3 run right now. Here's the great one. Rebounded by the Pistons. Favors got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Gaines kicks to Oladipo. Lets a floater go. It's 2-on-1. Ahead, and Giannis throws it down.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Pistons trail by 21. Guarded by Bledsoe. To the paint. Oladipo misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Passes it to Favors. Mark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question, because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Oladipo, the pass to Griffin. Trying to get something going. Milwaukee with the rebound. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. No good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Oladipo. He sinks the 11-footer.
You have to respect Oladipo's jump shot now. I mean, he is a mid-range shooter who likes to shoot it from there.
And they pick up 2. 11 points for Eric Bledsoe.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
This one for 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Yep, it counts. 44 points for the great one.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
And Oladipo's handle is tight now. I mean, so good at freezing the defense and then blowing right by whoever's on him. Got a nice little hesitation move in his ball handling package.
3-pointer. No good from the great one. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Oladipo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. What do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem. But I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Jerebko, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Wanamaker the pass to Jerebko. Back to Wanamaker. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Bazemore with it, now defended by Adams. And Bazemore kicks to Doumbouya. The pass to Paxson. Here's Wanamaker. Another shot. The shot's good from Paxson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was down, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the great one.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, That's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Paxson passes to Bazemore. It's hauled in by Adams. Intercepted. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So